I have a story for you to do with the dogs barking round here this morning. Oops. Tripod lock. I ain't got the microphone on, so, and to be honest, I can't be bothered getting up again. Not too bad. Yeah, last 2 nights, last 2 mornings, I've been woken up to dogs barking. I don't know if I mentioned it on day 1, I can't remember, but dogs barking, and I could hear them running around the camp, and I thought somebody's on a boat moored up somewhere else and they've got a dog with them and the dog's gone for a walk and a run, and it's, you know, figured it out. Alright, but it was getting a bit annoying. Right, and I say them, it sounded like 2 dogs. Right, but I could be wrong, but it sounded like 2 dogs. But and it was right near my tent. I could hear them barking, woof, woof. You know, when I looked at the clock and it was 6 AM, and I thought, well, it's about time to get up anyway. So I thought, I'll open the tent real slow, right? And I sort of go, scare him off. Well, I opened the tent real slow, and for a split second scared the hell out of me. Here's a couple of geese. Yeah, no. 2 geese. They'd been wandering around the camp. They'd come up to the tent and they were back. I didn't know geese barked. I've heard geese make that noise, that I'm not going to try and repeat it, that distinguishing noise that geese make. But they also make like a barking noise. Alright, and anyhow, they saw me, I saw them, and I jumped, I did, because I wasn't expecting geese, and I just saw the wings flap as they shot back to the water, and they got on the water and they was barking like mad, as if they were barking at me. And by this time I got up and grabbed my camera, but they flew off. But the strangest thing anyhow, again this morning, same thing, got woke up to the barking. And I thought, well, I know what that is. But yeah, I didn't know geese barked. If you're an expert, or what is it, a ornithologist? Is that a bird expert? Ornithology? Could be wrong, or maybe right, don't know. But if you know about geese and the noise they make, right, or if you've ever heard geese bark before, let me know. It's interesting, because I've never heard them. They actually sounded like dogs. We're not talking they mimicked a bark. They sounded like a bloody dog. I thought I had a dog, or maybe 2, right outside my tent. In fact, I had a bit of money on it. That's what I like. When I stop talking, how quiet it is. Don't know if you heard me down there. Quick, just in case you did hear me, quick recap. Yeah, last night between 12 and 1, I had idiots about kids on boats screaming and shouting. I don't know what they were saying. But then there was along the ridge line, I'll take you up there today, along the ridge line there, and I could hear them shouting and making stupid noises or whatever, trying to scare me, annoy me or whatever, I don't know. But that wasn't going to work. But yeah, it was just annoying. But put the earplugs in, settled down, and spent the next 5 hours freezing my little tush off. God, it was a cold night last night. I wouldn't have thought I would have needed to bring a winter sleeping bag. Not when you're having temperatures of 60, 70, 80 during the day, and not in the middle of May. Not a winter sleeping bag, but I wish I had a winter sleeping bag with me. I'm not looking forward to tonight. I'll figure something out. I'll plan before. I'll probably go to bed fully dressed. You know what I mean? And put 2 coats on, and then it'll be a hot night and I'll have to take everything off. You get me? But yeah, funny times, funny times. Anyhow, I'm gonna make myself a coffee, relax for a bit, hope it warms up a little bit, and then I want to get out on the water because wow, does that look beautiful. The reflection is so nice there. Look at that. It looks like the mountains are actually in the loch. All the rocks, I'm doing a straddle this time. I don't really like getting in boats this way, but because of all the bloody rocks. Speedboat. There's been a lot going up and down here today. I've been watching them I'm not planning on getting too close to any islands or shorelines because, as you see, it's extremely rocky. Adrian! Yeah, it's extremely rocky, and getting in and out and stuff be a pain in the backside. Just getting in then was a pain. Oh, that's a truck. If it was dead calm water, then I would. Alright, because at the moment, as I'm getting out, the boat's pushing you and rocking you, and you know what I mean, wants to push the boat over, which basically means that's why actually I've got myself locked right in. You should always be locked into a boat, but I've got my feet right up against the pegs, right up against the thigh, right up. I am really locked in. I've got full control of this boat now. But there is areas where it's just calmed down here. Right, in case anybody's wondering, because I know somebody will, how come you're getting waves and stuff and what looks like tides on a loch that's sealed in? It's all to do with the wind. All to do with the wind. When the wind's blowing straight at you, it pushes all the water as well. And that's why you get like a high tide where I was, the water comes up. And then when the wind changes, it pushes it somewhere else and stuff like that. And when the wind really picks up, I would never come near them. But I've actually, I hadn't heard, I read it, it was on Google. They've had waves on here up to 2 meters high. That was when the wind was really blowing. I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but just as I got there was some huge boulders right below me, and if I'd have hit them I'd have known about it because I'd literally had to skate them. You might see it on the camera, I don't know, but yeah, I'll have to watch out for things like that. tell you what, I don't mind telling you, after last night, with all the, well, can't say kids, I don't know the words, but the people shouting and screaming, and at the top of that hill, just above my campsite area, and then on the water as well, I'm a little bit dubious and apprehensive about leaving my tent and all the gear. Obviously I couldn't bring all my gear. I brought my car keys and my money and my phone, but that's the best I could bring. Yeah, I could have brought a few more bits in the boat, but I didn't want to load them down the boat. Oh, in case anybody's wondering why I've got a radio, a VHF radio on the Loch. Well, for starters, one, you get a lot of boat travel on here, and you do get some information and stuff, right? But more importantly, it's a safety feature. It's just an emergency safety feature if there's a problem, because getting phone signals out here is very, very difficult. I actually uploaded a short, or two I think, or was it whatever, and it took, for like a 15-second video, it took nearly 2 hours to upload because it kept losing signal. I tried ringing my brother up for a quick chat. We got about 10 words in and lost signal. I tried going on YouTube, just keep losing signal. So anyhow, I knew it was a bad place for signalling. In case there's any rocks, let me just bring that skeg up. Yeah, I knew it was a bad place for signal, so that's why I've got the VHF radio, just in case of an emergency. Anyhow, that's enough of me.
Safety information broadcast. Test channel 10, channel 10, and MF 1743 kHz. This is Stornoway Coast Guard. All stations, this is Stornoway Coast Guard. It is the maritime broadcast.
Trouble with the VHF because of the mountains.
There are no gale warnings enforced at this time.
Thank you.
Amended intro waters forecast issued by the ministers at 110 UT on Friday, 16th of May. Forecast to 12 miles offshore for the period 1200 UTC, Friday the 16th of May to 1200 UTC, Saturday the 17th of May. General situation. An area of high pressure will remain centred near the Faroes through the period. This maintains a northerly or northeasterly airflow with mostly fair weather.
Thank you. Well, this is a calm little spot. It's funny that I was just saying about safety and that's why I've got this, and then all of a sudden I get and even that was a little bit off, it wasn't perfectly clear. But yeah, places like this, you want something like the InReach, where you can, something like that, where you can just press a button, emergency services, helicopter, or whatever will come out to you. You need something, especially if you're by yourself, which obviously I am. When you're out in the middle of nowhere, you need to think safety, 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 and you have to. Every single thing takes twice as long. You get me? Because you have to really think and concentrate. Because imagine if I'm near my tent and I'm prattling about and I'm not paying attention, I slip, I break my leg or whatever. You get me? I'm in a world of problems. So everything has to take longer. I've already had a couple of accidents. I bent my finger without even thinking. I went to move a piece of wood in the fire, just push it along a little bit further. Well, heat transfers up, doesn't it? Just because it's not on fire, it's still bloody hot, and burnt my finger. But luckily I bought burn cream because I knew I'd be having fires for the midges. Oh yeah, if anyone, I'm sure I've mentioned this, but while it's quiet round here, I'll mention it again. If anyone's wondering why there's so much smoke in my fire, that's what I'm aiming for. I'm trying to start a small fire. I've got cooking stove, so I don't need a fire for cooking. Just starting a small fire, then adding stuff that, I'm not going into it all, adding stuff that I know will cause smoke. You get me? And the smoke clears off the midges. And I've been freaking covered in them. Beautiful. And you forgot your paddle leash, George. I just realised I forgot my paddle leash. Well, there's a professional kayaker travelling for a friggin' hour and then realises he forgot his paddle leash. Oh, some people on there. That's the back end of my arm, and it makes you wonder if they're the ones. It makes you wonder if they could be the ones that came round. Oh, paddle boards. That's that sandy beach I was on about over there.